That's why lonely people drink. Thank you. I don't know how long I'm supposed to do, Brian, but I guess the hook will come out at some point. Couple more? Cool. All right, I might do this one. I haven't done it for ages, but I got a friend coming who's already bought tickets for both my Melbourne gigs, and if I don't do it, I'm going to be in the shit, so I need to practice it. So if I mess it up, I'm only going to mess it up here and might do it in Melbourne, so... I stole my first dozen roses from out of my neighbor's front yard. Standing there at the door, having just broke the law. There was no fancy paper or card. You'd have sworn that I'd given her diamonds, the smile and the look in her eye. Right from the start, she stole my heart. I knew we'd be together for life. And I can order them by phone now. They'll be delivered in a van. But they won't say I love you like those stolen roses can. And I can buy some fine arrangement we didn't have when we were kids. But nothing says I love you like those stolen roses did. What a rundown old house with potential. Wasn't much, but to us it was home. We had to build on when the kids came along, working 2 jobs to cover the loan. In the front yard we planted some roses, a memory of how it began. And I smiled when I saw the young kid from next door making off with a bunch in his hand. Order them by phone now. They'll be delivered in a van. They won't say I love you like those stolen roses can. And I could buy some fine arrangement they didn't have when we were kids. But nothing says I love you like those stolen roses did. Nothing says I love you like those stolen roses did. Thank you. Yeah, bummer I got it right this time, which means I screwed up in Melbourne. But anyway, that's the way it goes. Thank you for being really nice to me and stuff. I'm going to do one more song and then go and eat and then watch the band and then come back and ruin their last set for them. I'm good at it. I'd like to finish off with a song that seems appropriate. It was about a near-death experience I had years ago driving between Grafton and Casino around dusk. For those of you who've done that trip, it's like wall-to-wall wildlife. It's scary. So. Kicking tires in the 70s, my old man picked it out for me. Holden built in 63, back when they built them tough. Bench seats and a column shift, it gave my social life a lift. This was a dream I was living at, couldn't get enough. Two-tone cream and olive green, they put some miles on that machine. Pretty good on gasoline, not too tough on tires. So we hit the road alive and free, my girlfriend's sitting close to me. The bench seat's working perfectly, keeping me inspired. I've never been a Holden man, it was the only one I owned. Long before the GPS, it always got me home. And I can still remember on that dark and fateful night, I thank God and General Motors, 'cause that Holden saved my life. couldn't see the wallaby. It jumped out right in front of me. The Holden swerved dramatically, hit a bank and rolled. There were bits of E.J. Holden strewn and lit up by the rising moon. But my guitar was still in tune, and I was good as gold. I've never been a Holden man, it was the only one I owned. Long before the GPS, it always got me home. And I can still remember on that dark and fateful night, I thank God and General Motors, 'cause that Holden saved my life. Thank God for all the blokes who built the kind of car you couldn't kill. There's E.J. Holden's out there still, rolling round the road. Now it seems we're out of time to close down the production line. Victims of the bottom line, our history's been sold. I've never been a Holden man, it was the only one I owned. Long before the GPS, it always got me home. And I can still remember on that dark and fateful night, I thank God and General Motors, 'cause that Holden saved my life. I've never been a Holden man, it was the only one I owned. Long before the GPS, it always got me home. And I can still remember on that dark and fateful night, I thank God and General Motors, 'cause that Holden saved my life. I thank God and General Motors, 'cause that Holden saved my life. Thank you. And for those of you who remember CDs, we do have CDs for sale, like Allan Caswell CDs and Lynchburg CDs. And I just wanted to let you know that all the money that I get from CD sales goes to a really worthy cause, like I've got to put diesel in the tank to get me to Melbourne. But anyway, thank you, and I'll be back later.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.